she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. See, I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. Telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend over there reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. But she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Luvac left. He don't want to change from the 4-3-3.
Boom, 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 boom. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? We are back again on the Jerry James Show. Yes, we are back 2 times in a day. What you telling me? What's going on? What's going on? Hope you guys have had a good day, productive day. It's 5 p.m. and of course, I'm back with the preview for arguably what? The biggest game of Liverpool's season. Liverpool versus Fulham. The first leg of the semi-final Carabao Cup settings. How confident are we, guys? How confident are we? I know going into it, it was a decent draw. It wasn't the best draw we could get. We saw, obviously, Chelsea get Middlesbrough and face them yesterday. And look, we saw how that panned out. Did it pan out great for Chelsea? But let's be honest, on paper, we would have probably preferred Middlesbrough. However, look, I've got no problems with having Fulham. I think this is an easy route to an early cup competition that's going to obviously gain us momentum. Easy in comparison to what it could have been had Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham had gone further in this cup. Heck, it might have been a problem. It might have been a problem. But look, we're here now. We've got obviously Fulham, and going into the game, I was really confident. Of course, it doesn't help when you realise your main creative outlet, arguably your best player this season, or on par with one of the best players this season, Trent Alexander-Arnold, is out for 3 weeks, so he's unavailable for this game. The game before the Arsenal game in the FA Cup, Szoboszlai sustained a hamstring injury, and of course he's out as well. So 2 major cogs in that kind of from the creative department are out. Van Dijk was out for the game, and look, we're going to discuss whether he's available or not, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Of course, we're going to get into what I think Fulham are going to try and do against us. That's going to be a massive talking point, because their squad that have proven that they can play football, they can target areas. We saw earlier this season how they dealt with Arsenal, and if they can play like that and the way they played against Arsenal, if we perform like we did in the first half against Arsenal, it may become a problem. And yes, we've got a lot of, we've got the Anfield crowd on our side this right now. But if we're being honest, breaking it down, there's a lot of things that favour Fulham. They haven't got too many injuries. I know, obviously, Iwobi and Basia out during the AFCON, but we've got Salah out, of course, which is a massive miss for us. They've got everyone more or less fit. They've got their return leg away at Craven Cottage, so all they need to do is really stay in the game. And they've had about 4 days extra rest as well. We played a couple of days ago. So it's going to be a really interesting, obviously, fixture. I'm really excited for it. That FA Cup round against Arsenal has really got my juices flowing, and I do want to win the Carabao Cup. I'm really fixated on just getting everything, going for everything possible. And heck, we may be in, and it's the first time you're going to hear me say it, we may be in for a quad season. But hey, I haven't said it with chest yet. But big up to everyone in the building. Guys, make sure you're smashing the like anytime you see me in your screens. You're smashing the like. Head over to the comment section, people, and get involved, man. Get involved. Let me know you're there. Let me reason with you guys. Let me welcome you guys. I need you guys chopping up, especially when it's just myself. I don't want it. I know I do YouTube and I've done it for a while, but speaking to the camera just by myself, if someone was recording me right now, I'd probably get the ick. I'm like, raw, what's going on? Man's just chatting to a camera and speaking to no one. Yeah, I mean, chat to me. Straight off the bat, we've got 20 people in the building, so I expect everyone smashing the like. We've got Agama Yao in the building. Big up to yourself. Hope you're doing well. We've got PL Ryan as well. Smash the like, people. We've got One Man Army in the building as well. One Man Army screaming Jurgen Quad. Listen, this is what I was screaming. I'm the one that coined that term. I'm going to take that title. But hey, going to keep it quiet. We've got Psychedelic in the building as well. We've got El Hero in the building as well. Dude, at it again. Of course I'm at it again. Consistency, work rate, 2024 settings, all of those things. Of course I'm at it. We've got Gura in the building. Or is it Gura? You have to let me know. Is it Gura? Is it Gura? Is it Gura? You got to let me know. You got to let me chop it up and say your name properly. We've got Ale. Which, listen, that scenery is crazy. If that's where you're at right now, that's where I want to go and be. I can't wait. Listen, Colombia 2024. Vamos. Listen, I can't wait. But look, people, let's get straight into it, man. Look, as discussed, we've got a massive game. Look, we've had a decent run in the Carabao Cup, of course, because we've got to this stage. As you guys recall, we've played the third round and fourth round. So it's due to obviously Premier League status, you don't have as many rounds to get through in the Carabao Cup. Obviously, we faced Leicester in that first or third round, however you want to discuss it in the Carabao Cup, and it was a game where Leicester were a relegated Premier League team, but they've came some scalps against us. Much change. We faced them in the pre-season, of course, for this season, and they could cause us a few problems, and they did. They scored first. The game was at Anfield. Really good goal. Really well-worked team goal. I know who scored the goal. It's the light-skinned guy. Newcastle, Leicester's top scorer at the time. I can't remember his name. Scored a really, really good goal. But after that, we created a lot of chances, man. We had Soboslai missing from 2 yards out. We had Kwanzaa missing a header. You know, scored a ridiculous screamer for us in that game as well. Kwanzaa scored with a header. So look, it was an easy game, and we could have obviously scored more. We obviously fast forward and go look at the West Ham game. And the West Ham game was an interesting fixture, because I went into that game really kind of thinking, oh no, West Ham are going to cause us a problem. They did earlier on in that season, and earlier on this season. Went into that game, you know, not too confident, knowing that if Liverpool play well, we can still do the business. Of course, we were at home as well. And let's just be honest, man. Let's be honest. West Ham were pants. West Ham were terrible. That's probably the worst West Ham performance of the season. Really got outplayed by us, outdone by us. Of course, started the likes of Paqueta on the bench, rotated heavily, but couldn't really perform to that level. And it was quite shocking, because that was an opportunity for Moyes to get another trophy under his belt, and it kind of just went under the wayside for them. We saw how good they can be when they execute their plan against Arsenal again. So, look, we've had it quite easy, and we're going into this game now against Fulham, and I don't want to get too bogged down in how easy it could be, but I want to be quite level-headed, execute the game plan. It's a two-legged fixture, so we know after the game's done, it's still only half-time. We still got the job to do, and I want the players to have that mentality as well. So, look, without further ado, I'm going to get into, obviously, my predicted lineup for the team, and then I'm going to discuss how I think Fulham are going to set up in terms of their lineup and how that will go and obviously affect Liverpool's play. So, guys, make sure we are smashing the like, please, man. It does help the channel grow. I need you guys smashing the like wherever possible. Whether you're driving, whether you're coming back from work, whatever it may be, help us out. Smash a like. It does help the channel grow. I know you guys want the channel to grow. I know you guys enjoy the content. It means I can create better content. Heck, like I said, I may even be able to ask the pitch that me and G are part of now to actually use the studio. So I might be in studio for the J James show. So please just make sure, obviously, we are smashing the like. Let me get that up. Let me share this with you guys as well. Cool. There we go. We've got it up. Let me just share that with you guys. There we go. There we go. Now, of course, we've got the lineup here. As you guys can see, LFC versus Fulham, semi-final, first leg. It is a first leg. We have got a lot of injuries. The question is Klopp going to rotate? Will Klopp rotate for this game? Now, let's start in goal. I mean, there is an argument to go and play Kelleher in goal. It's probably the competition that Klopp's probably given Kelleher. Do I want Kelleher to play, though? Not really. Not really. We're so close to being able to do something special. We have, of course, a lot of injuries in the wide areas, especially when we're talking about, obviously, the defensive positions. Left back, right back is a problem for us. Can we go and, do we risk playing Kelleher and having a wishy-washy back line, defensive line? I don't know. For me, Alisson's a must. Big up to Frank Carlisle. Hope you're doing well. I agree. Ali is a must. It's just above. You got Ale saying rather Alisson, but Kelleher will start. Look, I'm going to go with the team that I think he should go with, because that would, for me, suggest we are not sacking off this cup, but we're saying, hey, if we lose it, it is okay. I think that Alisson can play. Alisson is not going to get tired from playing in goal. He can play back to back if he wanted to, because it's not too much of a exertion. Of course, you can get injured, diving, break a finger, but those things are very kind of extraordinary. For me, I'm going to go strong. I know I'm not going to do what Klopp's going to do, because it defeats the purpose. But I think I would start Alisson in goal. This is where it gets interesting. I'm going to start at left back. Of course, we haven't got a lot of got a lot of options, to be fair, if we're being honest. And Gomez is going to have to play yet again. He's been fantastic, of course, since he's come in. I'm really, really happy with obviously how he's come on leaps and bounds. I've apologized, obviously, for calling him Mr. Matoma, Mr. Ice Spice, whatever it may be. Joe Gomez has proved that, look, he's definitely got a future at Liverpool, and I was wrong. And I hold my hands up. I'm wrong. However, what worries me is Joe Gomez playing game after game after game after game without sufficient rest time. So if we're playing 1 game a week or 2 games a week even, that's fine for me. Him playing again makes it quite worrying for me. And I do have an inclination that we may rest Joe Gomez. Now, I'm going to still put as you can see, I've still put him in there. I'd still play Joe Gomez. But I'd understand if Klopp said, you know what, Owen Beck might be able to go and play in this game. Reason being because we want to go and keep Joe Gomez fresh for obviously our game on the weekend as well. So look, I'm going to go with Joe Gomez, left back. At centre back, I'm going to go Virgil van Dijk. I think that's an easy pick. Usually, we probably would have played our back line from the Arsenal game in this game and played Van Dijk in obviously the Arsenal game because it would have obviously that was a more stake in that game. We're playing obviously a better opponent on paper in terms of a title rival. There's more at stake. Van Dijk, however, has obviously didn't play that game due to illness. And for me, I know it wasn't a rest, but it was a rest from playing football. So he won't have those minutes in his legs. And for me, I think Van Dijk goes straight in. At centre back, I'm going Kwanzaa. And the reason being is that we know for the next game in the Premier League, for Bournemouth, what was it? No, who are we playing next? I think it's Bournemouth, but anyway, I'll double check. But in the Premier League, for me, Konate needs to start. He's been fantastic. He was fantastic against Arsenal. Man of the match performance for me. So yeah, easily he starts. But I think he just needs a break as well. I put him in the same category as Joe Gomez, but we just don't have any left backs. We could play Owen Beck, but I just wouldn't do that because it just make our defense really problematic. It'll be a big task for Ali and Virgil to command that back line, especially against a Fulham side that can cause us problems. And I'll kind of go into how they cause us problems as well. Guys, everyone that's watching, whether you're on Twitch, X, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you're watching from, please make sure you are smashing a like. Head over to the channel, just smash the like. It does help the channel grow. We've got 30 people in the building. Can we get 30 likes off the bat? And we should easily get 30 likes because I smashed the like, and I know the pitch let me know that they would smash a like, and I hope they have done. So that should be 32 people already that have smashed the like. So please get us to 30. Yes, I go Kwanzaa at the back, and then at right back, I'm going. I'm not going. I want to say bold, but I think I'm going with the only player that we've got to play in that position, and it's Conor Bradley. Really good. Cameo against Arsenal from a defensive standpoint. Didn't get beaten by Martinelli. Only had obviously a couple of duels with him. Won his headers, won his clearances. Obviously came on when we were still 0-0, and he was part of the team that essentially got the 2 goals to get over the line at the Emirates. So good performance from him, and I think it's a good challenge for him. I mean, I'd be interested to go and see, what Conor Bradley can do, especially given, now he knows that I'm going to play for the majority of the game. This is his chance really to stake a claim at that right back spot. And yes, he's not going to go and be starting for Liverpool, but if he can put in a really good performance, could that mean Trent's future more in the midfield? May we see our right back replacement? We're talking about signing a right back potentially, or have done for a couple of seasons now, in order to provide backup for Trent. Ramsey hasn't been able to obviously meet the mustard for Klopp, essentially. Trent's obviously the lonesome one out there, and we know Joe Gomez can provide cover there, but imagine Bradley can offer us, a good, decent backup right back, offer us, an option at right back, a decent, solid one at that. I'm looking at it and thinking, hey, look, we never thought Trent would go on to be what he was, especially when he came into the team for Klein. I was a massive Klein fan at the time. Hey, yeah, I'm looking at Conor Bradley thinking, yeah, this is your time, 100%. Guys, keep the comments coming in, and guys, keep smashing the like. In the 6th position, I am going with McAllister. What has been injured, came back in the Arsenal game. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of him in this role. I don't think he's as good on the ball as people make out. I don't think he's as press resistant as we need, especially playing in that position where, he's not kind of arriving into that position from a number 8 position. He's starting as our DM. And what that means is when we're playing at the back, he's facing the ball with his play back to goal. I haven't seen him be able to go and get past and beat that press comfortably, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. Heck, I might be wrong. But for me, he hasn't really hit the standards I thought he would. And that's because I rated him at Brighton to a certain extent. So, look, he had a poor game against Arsenal. He just needs to move on and maybe he can build that consistency. We know he was playing quite well in the build-up. Yeah, sorry, 2 seconds, people. Need to make sure my audio is 2 seconds. Cool. So we need to make sure, of course, apologies that my AirPod died, so I can't hear you guys. I wanted to make sure I can hear everything and it kind of isolated the sound. But look, I just want to see McAllister go from strength to strength. Now, can you go and build on that form that he saw before that thigh injury or that thigh gash that he had? Scored a great goal against Fulham. So this might be a team that you'll be able to obviously go and play in. And look, I hear what people are saying. JJ is playing out of position before Endo arrived. Me personally, I don't care. And reason being is if he's going to play there for the majority of the season, that's where he plays. When Milner played at left back, we didn't have a problem with Milner playing at left back. He was fantastic in that position. And that was out of position as well. We've gone and seen Gini Wijnaldum arrive as a number 10 or a winger, playing in the 6 at times and do fantastically well. This idea that, a player can only play one position, I really, really disagree with it. For his skill set, being able to receive the ball and turn, that should be quite easy. The difference between what an 8 and a 6 does isn't too great because they all need to support. I've seen Curtis Jones in the 6 do much better. Heck, I've even seen Szoboszlai for a game playing the 6 and do much, much better. So for me, he hasn't been great, but is this the game where, he arrives? And I think McAllister's an interesting one because McAllister, he's going to need to provide he's going to have to provide the creativity for our team. That's undoubtedly true. We're missing Szoboszlai, we're missing Trent. Him alongside the other midfielders are going to have to provide some creativity. We've relied on Trent a lot. We've relied on Szoboszlai a lot in the early parts of the season. Can McAllister kind of come into his own now? He's the senior man in that midfield. He's won the World Cup. What can he do, man? So I'll be interested to obviously see what happens there. If we go to this position here, left side of centre mid. Ooh. I'm going to go Jones again. I'm going to go Jones, and the reason why I go Jones, I think he's the most consistent performer in the midfield right now. I think he's the one that makes the midfield tick. If we remember, Henderson's role, and what I mean by that is the fact that he was like a banker. He was crucial to the system. I think Jones is becoming that for Liverpool. He's becoming crucial for Liverpool to be able to play the way they want to play. He might not give you the flashy passes, like Triller mentioned, the McAllister through ball, the outside of the foot through ball, which is fantastic. And that's what I want to see more of McAllister. That's the creativity I'm talking about. Can you go and do that on a more consistent basis? Curtis Jones, look, he's been solid this season. And for me, look, he's going to get the start. He's someone that's really, really fit as well. He doesn't really suffer from hamstring injuries and co. It may be a knock, but nothing too sinister. If he was to get a little knock, I think he'd be able to play through it. So for me, Curtis Jones starts. And on the right, I know it's brave, I know it's bold, but I'm going to go Gravenberch. He needs to, he's been coming off the bench in recent games, and I think it's a great opportunity for him to be able to go and stake a claim in that midfield. Bradley may play as a traditional right back. I don't think he'd be inverting. And if that's the case, having Grav in that position really gives us that creative spark, those legs that Szoboszlai kind of provided. Can he go and provide that in that right-hand sided 8 position? We haven't seen him there, but I'd be really interested to see what he can do obviously there. Jones, Gravenberch, McAllister, that's a solid midfield, especially for a semi-final. And look, it may not be something that Fulham are too scared of, but it's because they're an unknown entity. We haven't seen McAllister at his best. We haven't seen Gravenberch at his best. And we've seen Curtis Jones. How do they work as a three? That's what I really want to go and see. In the forward positions, I'm going to go as so. I'm going Elliot. Oh, I'm going. I'm going to go Elliot, Diaz, and Jota. That's the lineup I'm going with. Top. Obviously, performance from Jota. I'm really, really happy with him. Elliot, again, I think he deserves the chance. I think he's done really, really well in the FA Cup in general. Cup competitions are really his thing. Diaz, obviously, off the back of it, obviously, really, really good finish and a good second half against Arsenal. I know he played on the right-hand side, but I don't really see it. I think, Elliot, you might not have, as El Hira said, lacks the pace, but he can cut in and he can provide that creativity. And if Diaz and Jota can link up together as a two, at times, Elliot can come into that centre and play as that kind of more number 10. It might become a diamond in that sense. So I'm looking at, obviously, Jota to provide me the finishes, Diaz with that explosivity and the creativity to really come from Elliot, Gravenberch, McAllister. So that's what I would obviously definitely go and look at. Top performance from Elliot needed, top performance from Diaz needed, of course, man. Going to get into what you guys are saying here. Frank Carlisle saying the lofted ball to Nunes versus Newcastle. That wasn't a world-class ball. That was just a ball over the top. If anything, the finish made it. Like, that's poor defending from Newcastle. I completely disagree. Like, a ball over the top like that, it wasn't at an angle. It was straight over the top. That's basic schoolboy defending. To allow that to, if that was my under 10 team that allowed that to happen, I'd be fuming. Like, if I'm being honest, a one ball over the top shouldn't be able to kill you out like that. Especially if it's not an angle or you hit a diag, in my opinion. We've got RJ saying 100% agree with Bradley as right back, just defending and overlapping when needed. Will leave Grab as an out and out 8 with less covering, which suits him. Exactly, that's what I'm looking to obviously go and do. Big up to RJ as well, guys. Make sure we are smashing a like as well. Big up to Colin Blackshaw, man. Hope you're doing well. Saying I would play Diaz on the right, Darwin left, and Jota middle. I wouldn't play Darwin. I'm not impressed with what he provides right now. I don't think he deserves to be starting. I know he can cause an impact playing, but we can have that off the bench. Right now, I want to really go and see what this three can go and do. And of course, we can obviously rotate. Colin Blackshaw saying Elliot is better as a sub. Yeah, but who deserves to play more? I think he does. RJ saying Nunes left, Diaz right, both providing for Jota. And then incoming Jones and Grav could really work, to be honest. Yeah, we could potentially see that. Sarone James saying Elliot not quick enough to provide an outlet. He doesn't have to. If Bradley's overlapping, he's going to be coming inside anyway. Elliot can transition with the ball enough, so I think that's fair. We've got Frank Carla saying I'd put Diaz on the right and Nunes up front with Jota in the middle. Also Konate with Virgil. Otherwise, a good team. McAllister meant it, JJ, mate. Sorry. Yeah, he meant it in terms of but that's a poor defensive ball, as in, like, for a defense to concede a ball over the top, you never expect that. If I guarantee you, Fulham would have looked at that. Not Fulham. Who did he do it against? Was it Bournemouth? Newcastle. That ball over the top over Newcastle where he volleyed it in. Eddie Howe would look at that and be like, what's the defense doing? You're caught on your heels. Like, a straight ball over the top. You should never get caught out by that, ever. Like, that's just basics. No worries, Frank Carlisle. We're good. Big up to you, Reg, as well. Saying, I would start Nunes left wing. Yeah, I hear it. I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. That's the team, obviously, I'm going with. What Klopp's going to go with is completely different, of course. Yeah, make sure, guys, we're smashing a like. How many likes are we on now? I'm going to have a look. It should easily be on 30 likes. Easily. Look, can we get 10 more? We're on 27 likes. Can we get to 30 likes, people? Can we get to 30 likes? 2 seconds. Cool. Share this tab. All right, cool. I'm going to get into this. See if you guys can see this. All right, fantastic. So, obviously, I'm going to set up the formation right now. I'm going to put the names in a second. But we're going to set up Liverpool's team. We're going to put the names in those positions. And I'm going to go and have a look at what Liverpool can do in possession, out of possession to go and hurt Fulham. And what Fulham, in my opinion, are going to be doing against us. Smash the like, people, as I get this in. I'm also going to go and put in the team that I think Fulham will go with the names. So, done my research on this, so I know who's available, who's not. Would be interesting to go and see what players we've got available and what players they've got available. I don't know, can I? How do I use this? Just want to make sure I can get the names in there. Let's see something. I was going to see something. All right. For some reason, I can't get the names here. All right, it's not working. I don't know how this works. Oh, there we go. There we go. Cool. Allison, hold on. Let's make this a bit smaller. Guys, make sure we're smashing the like. I'm going to go Kwanzaa. I'm going to go VVD. I'm going to go Bradley. Ignore the numbers, people. Ignore the numbers. Gomez. Mac Alistair. Jones. Grav and Burke. I'm going to keep it as Grav. On the left, I put Diaz, didn't I? I played Jota and Elliot. So obviously that's the team I've gone with, people, as we can go and see. Ignore the numbers, but of course we've got Virgil van Dijk, Kwanzaa, Bradley, McAllister in that 6. We've got Jones, we've got Gravenberch, we've got Jota in that false 9 position. We've got Diaz and we've got Elliot as well. Now, this is the team I think Fulham will go with, guys. I think it will be Bernd Leno in goal. At right back, I think it will be Castagne. He didn't play in the last game. I believe it was Tete that played midweek against, I think it was Rotherham they faced, which was a bit of a nothing game. So I think Castagne starts in that one. I think it will be Diop, Issa Diop at centre-back alongside Tosin, Adarabioyo. At left-back, I think it will be Robinson. The Robinson that's linked with Liverpool. I really, really like him. We're going to have Painha in this position. We all know about Painha, don't we? It's going to be Harrison Reed for me. On the right, it's going to, on the left, interested. I think it will be, hold on, 4, 2, 1 more. Pereira. in this position. Hopefully you guys can see and the names aren't too big. I need to make this smaller. It's not allowing me to. It's not allowing me to make it smaller. Hopefully this is clear. Jimenez, Raul. I'm going to put Raul Jimenez there. On the right, it's going to be who do they play? I think they're called over Reed. And on the right-hand side, who do you guys think it will be? Who do you guys think it will be? Who do you guys think it will be? Guys, make sure we're smashing a like. Adrian saying Kenny. Yeah, I had a look at what Fulham kind of content creators. They're all saying they don't think Kenny's going to start in this game because of the lineup that we've got and because of Iwobi being there. So it may be Kenny. Who's going to be on the right? I'm completely forgot. Harrison Reed, Francois, Ari Wilson, Troy. That's who it will be. That's who it will be. I'm an idiot. So I think here we're going to go Willian. Willian will play there, and that will be Bobby De Cordova Reed. Now, it does look a bit of a mess. I cannot make it smaller for the life of me. I'll make it smaller. It's not really great, is it? Cool. We're gonna have to go like this. So, what I see Fulham doing right is they obviously predominantly play a 4-2-3-1 in possession. So in possession, they rely on the likes of Harrison Reed and Paina to be that double pivot. Obviously, they are missing Iwobi. So William might be on that side. It might be Reed. It might change over. So it might be something like this. However, Iwobi's been a massive, massive part of what they're doing, especially playing in a number 10 position. They've had Kearney on the left as well. Speaking to some Fulham and looking at some Fulham content as well, they think it will be a 4-2-3-1 when in possession. Out of possession, however, they do believe it will go into a back five. And the reason why they would go and play Bobby Reed on the right is because this is what can happen. Willian stays on the left. He stays a bit higher, and Pereira drops really, really deep. And they can shift across. So if Diaz has got the ball here, and let's say we're playing around here, we've got Joe Gomez quite high, McAllister's in this position, we've got Jota in and around here. It's going to look crazy. Elliot here out wide, we've got Konza this side as well. And Bradley here. And let's say we're pushed up into these areas. What will happen? Bobby De Cordova is going to be the one that drops and becomes a 5. Paina will get across and block those passing lanes to not allow Jota to get the ball in here. Of course, we're going to have Jones in that situation. That's where Pereira comes across. Reed, Pereira will come across and he'll be getting ready to press Jones. As we can see here, we'll have Reed in this position here as well, just blocking off the area, and William will tuck in. And that's what will go and happen. And it means that when they win the ball back, if they were to go and win it, and they will do a couple of times, this switch on for Robinson to be able to bomb forward, Raul Jimenez that will get up the pitch, and Willian in transition, and Willian and Pereira in transition, will obviously hurt us, especially when we're lopsided, and we know we can obviously get lopsided at times. Looking at how Liverpool will go and play, if we just play players in their position and just put them up against our teammates here and our team. We've got Paina here, we've got Reed here, we've got Robertson's going to get high in possession, we've got Diop, we've got Castagna. For me, whoever plays, so whether this is Nunes, whether we change this to Nunes as some people want, we can easily go and do that. Jones on that side, Jota here, and Diaz on the right, as people want to obviously go and talk about. This is going to be interesting for Liverpool because Bradley, we're going to need him. Like, the question is, does he invert? Whether he inverts or goes wide, it doesn't matter. But let's say he doesn't, and he just becomes a standard right back, and he's going to offer overlapping runs for Diaz, who's going to try and cut inside, right? I don't see it because Diaz is right-footed. I do see it potentially being like that at times. But heck, let's just do it just for argument's sake, right? Basics. Kwanzaa will push up here. We'll have VVD that will obviously come across here. McAllister will be higher. Gomez will be higher as well. And we'll be trying to go and play in these positions, right? Gravenberch moving around here. This is where they're going to go and try and kill us. Winning the ball back, if we get the ball here, which is quite small, ball, is they'd win the ball back and they'd go very, very direct into these areas. Very direct into these areas here, these wide areas where Gomez and Kwanzaa, Virgil van Dijk usually stays central, but Gomez and Kwanzaa, especially when we do whether we invert or not invert, because we could easily be something like this if we're inverting, right, is these wide areas here. And it has been our issue, and that's for me where they're going to obviously want to go and exploit us. Can Willian get at Kwanzaa 1v1? Can Bobby De Cordova-Reid get at Joe Gomez 1v1, even though it's a harder task? Bobby De Cordova-Reid's going to have more of a defensive, obviously, duty, but that's for me where they're going to go and try and obviously get at us. Peña winning the ball back, playing it into Pereira, and can they go and beat us on transition? We need to make sure that in possession, if we go and just get these out of the way for now, so we can go and just spread it out. I know they won't be like this in the game. Reid, Peña here is Gomez, of course, is going to come inverted, and it will be something like this at times, right? And I think this is why Bradley will rotate. Can Diaz, if he's on the right, or Elliott, hold the width of the pitch and allow there for Robinson, right? If Willian goes onto here, Bradley's inverted. So Robertson's got a question. Does he go and follow Bradley here? Does Robertson follow Bradley, or does he leave Bradley alone and pass it over to Reid? If he does, Gravenberch is free in that hole. So is McAllister, that's going to be stepping up in that position. If he follows him inside here, Gravenberch has got a free run because Tosin, Adarabioyo will have a problem, or Issa Diop, whoever plays on that side. Are they going to go and push out to Diaz to try cut it out and leave space for Gravenberch to run into, which is obviously a very, very good trait of his? If he stays quite narrow and Gravenberch makes that run and follows Gravenberch, loads of space for McAllister to find balls into Diaz, Jones to find balls into Diaz, Gomez to find balls into Diaz. Looking at Nunes as well, Timothy Castagne is going to be much, much more defensively switched on. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he can go and, affect the game, especially when the game's going to be in front of him. Because we don't have a lot of, Fulham won't leave a lot of space for us. I think Marco Silva's really, really intelligent in that way. If we're going to go and play Nunes, I wouldn't play him there. I would play Diaz, unfortunately. But hey, Castagne here, what we want is to be in situations where Nunes can make the out to in run in this kind of way, in this kind of manner, in order to cause Diop a lot of problems in that pace. If he can do, then look, he's through on goal. Of course, Jota is going to be a massive key. Can he drop in? Link up with Jones, link up with Gravenberch, release Gravenberch, release the ball into Gravenberch, but also get into the box for those balls into the box. We've seen Gravenberch do it before. Diaz as well. Can he get those crosses into Jota and Nunes? And if he can do, Nunes is going to have a lot of crosses because he's going to be on the back post, and Diop's, going to be drawn all over the pitch. So it's going to be proper interesting to obviously go and see. Let me just go and make sure I'm looking into your comments to see what you're saying. We've got promo saying Diaz on the right and Nunes on the left. I know that's what people want. I just don't think Klopp's going to go and do it, unfortunately. Angel Knight City saying Harry Wilson or Willian. Yeah, I think it's going to be Willian. Shell saying it's fine in terms of it's being good, saying need at least 2-goal lead and need a win first. He's saying he's actually scared for a game because our right side is so exposed. I mean, it depends on Bradley's performance, Frank Carlos saying Elliott's more of an impact player. That's why I'd play him. I'd play the informed Diaz on the right. Yeah, but at the same time, Nunes is an impact player as well. Nunes doesn't start games well. I don't think he hasn't scored in 15 yet. coming off the bench. His best performance was coming off the bench against Newcastle. That's why I'd go with Nunes on the bench. Christian saying Nunes is not going to do nothing, man. He should be benched. I definitely agree. If Bradley can put some good crosses, Jota has a good header, and Nunes at the back post. Yeah, and we've also got Diaz as well. If he's going to play on the right, he can cross as well, as I just described. Big up to Squidley in the building saying, going to be a sticky game with all the changes. Just hope Fulham make changes too. They won't make changes. They'll go really, really strong. It's a chance for them to win silverware, and they're not going to pass up that opportunity at all. They've had a break as well. So the likes of Bassi and Iwobi won't be available. Everyone else more so will be available. I think even Traore will be there off the bench. And we know about Adama Traore when he can perform. Ultra saying, I don't know why, but I have a feeling Jones will play right back. That's potential. Like, we could definitely see something like that. Jones playing right back. We've seen Klopp do something like that before. I want Jones to be able to continue his form playing in centre mid. I think he's so important to the system. Guys, we're on 42 likes. Can we get to 50 likes? Can we get to 50 likes, people? There's only 8 likes left to get to 50. Please make sure we're smashing the like. Shahil saying, what about Konate to start in place of Bradley and Jarrell Konza at right back? I don't think we play Konza at right back at all. I think if that happens, we're not going to have any outlet in terms of even this like pace down the wings. Because we know Elliott is going to invert. He's going to cut inside. We know Gakpo will cut inside. Even Diaz, I know he's right-footed, but he's going to naturally want to obviously go towards the goal. We're going to need someone offering an overlap and run, whether that's Gravenberch, whether that's someone else. It means we're asking Konza to invert as a right back, and I just don't see that at all, man. Don't see that at all. How many likes are we on now before we head off? Yeah, 44 likes. Okay, cool. Guys, can we look, we're on 44 likes now. Great. 2 people have liked. Can we go and get 6 more likes and get to 50? Can we get to 50 for me? Big up to Matt saying, yo, get me on. Let's get this over and done with. Big up to Matt. Matt, we're about to wrap up. But I'll get you on next time. To be fair, you shouldn't be coming on because you bottled your 2, obviously, fixtures. In the Carabao Cup and in the FA Cup. Unfortunately, you're not in contention for any trophy this season when it comes to cup competitions. All you can hope for is the league and the Champions League. So I hear you. But heck, here we got Matt saying, rah, all right. Like that, it's true. I'm saying, let's get me on. I'm saying we're about to wrap up literally in 2 seconds now, man. We've got Ensman laughing, but it's true. You've come on, Matt. Look, Arsenal, you've tried, but it just wasn't good enough. Hold on, I need to get that meme up right now. Your best wasn't good enough. Hold on. I'm gonna have to find it. For the next show, man. We've got Matt saying PL and UCL double soon. Guys, you heard it here first. You heard it there first. Matt talking about the PL and UCL double. Do we see them doing the PL and UCL double? Don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Big up. Squiddy saying, yep, you're right. They'll definitely go strong. Endman saying, cook the grass. Sorry, Matt. We got Matt saying, yes. Bro. Interesting, man. Interesting. How many likes are we on now? Don't worry about that. I'm just going to get off. But listen, guys, that's been the preview. Massive thank you for everyone tuning in. Guys, make sure we are smashing the like. I need all of you guys to go and head over, smash the like on the video. Do you know what I mean? And subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're enjoying the content is coming out very regularly now. If you enjoy the content, smash the like. If you enjoy it even more so, share it with your mom, your auntie, your dad, your uncle, your dog, your cat, your fish, whoever. Just share the content. It does help the channel grow. Appreciate everyone tuning in and everyone liking, everyone contributing in the chat as always. And look, hopefully Liverpool can get the dub, man. If Liverpool can get the dub, I mean, we're what, 2 games away from a final, the first final as well. And this will be a great start to 2024. Imagine starting 2024 with a Carabao Cup win. Great momentum to go and, potentially get that league that, I thought we would never get in a million years, and to potentially go and win the Europa League, which is obviously a difficult task in itself as well. Alongside that FA Cup, we're still in all 4 competitions. We've gone for the quad before, so what's stopping us now, right? But until next time, people, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been the Jerry James Show preview, and we are out. Peace.